And good morning, boys. Top of the morning to you. Down at the Cape Cod Canal. My name is Paul K. This is Saturday Mornings Outdoors. Kind of noticing, I call it Chinese bilge water. It's foam. It's from some beaches that were in Buzzards Bay. We're getting heavy surf somewhere along the line. If not Buzzards Bay, out that way. And it's flushing through the canal, but I always call it Chinese bilge water. You never know what's in that. It's just foam, but that's what's floating down the canal. And it's a nice, cool, quiet morning down here. And, stay tuned. Let's see if we can catch some striped bass. One of the best game fish that swims in the Atlantic or the Pacific. I think they got them over there. Let's go. Today's fishing conditions are giant mac chunks on the bottom. And it's beautiful out right now. It's not humid at all. It's actually very comfortable and cool, kind of like last week, a little bit cooler. We're on the east tide. Tide is going that way. That is east. And the temperature is 71 degrees right now. Barometric pressure is steady at 30.03. Wind is out of the southwest. And we are on the second quarter, which is the full moon, the fullibus moonibus, and the tide is cranking right now, pretty good. And I see some cormorants working, which means there's bait in the water, which is a good thing. And let's try our luck, see what happens. So we just had breaking fish right here. 3 times they come up, about 25 yards out, so I reeled in my chunk, kind of threw it right in on them. I hope I didn't spook them. But we'll see what happens with that. Literally about 45 seconds ago. I know they're here anyway. Too lazy to tie on a popper. I'm already rigged up for the bottom. And fish on, the other rod went down. Strange. All right, here we go. Yes, nice. Schoolie. Well, that was fun, but then immediately, I guess a train went by. So when the train goes by, they hold the ships up from going through because they got to lower the bridge. And then after the train goes by, they raise the bridge, and you can't see because I don't have zoom, but there's about 15 boats all at once that just came right by through here. And of course, I'm sure that sounded whatever fish that was on top. But that was fun. I broke the ice. I know they're here, so that's cool. It's always fun to catch that first fish. But like literally 9 boats all on a gaggle. It was obvious what happened, but they rode right over the fish that were on top. I wish I got better footage of that, but they were for about 10 minutes just right here, about 25 yards away. There's a fish eagle or a fish hawk. He keeps diving on fish. He's watching from above. Dove a few times down this area. It is a spectacular day. There's almost no wind here. And that is the moon tide you see pulling along. Going to be slack in about 2 hours, I believe. Gorgeous day down here. Fish on, fish on. Fuck. Looks a little short. Close though. Splash me right in the mug. Number 2. It's a shorty, but look how fat. Good looking fish. And 27 inches. Get it back in. Gave me a baptism in the salt. And she's slowing down now, starting to turn the slack. Now the current's going to go that way. And for the guys that were interested last week, see, you notice now this is a full moon tide. Oh, there's something going on there. This is a moon tide, but you notice my line's almost straight out. That's because the tide is slowing down and it's not pulling. So, you know, slack, you know, traditionally, to be another thing too is, to be honest with you, guys, old school guys, 10s, 20s, 30s, 40s, 50s, or whatever. See, there's little taps there. It's probably choggies or something, which usually happens at slack. this is all they used to fish bait at, was slack tide. They would wait for slack, so like about an hour, half hour before slack and a half hour after slack, and then the full slack in between, because they were afraid of the hang-ups. They didn't have the techniques down. But they probably didn't catch much stripers during that time, because it seems I've absolutely 100%, it's proven to myself that the striper action slows down during slack. I know you can catch them. I have caught them, but it's a 10-to-1 ratio. Once that current starts picking up, the stripers start biting. Once the current slows down, you get black sea bass commonly, especially this time of year. You get black sea bass, you get porgies, scup, and the smaller fish. But once that tide starts cranking again, you start getting the stripers again. And 100% in my mind, that's true. That's absolutely true. So that's what's occurring now. And I got probably 4 more casts left, 4 more chunks left. Not a bad morning. Absolutely spectacular out here. Almost no wind. It's just gorgeous out. A lot of boat traffic though. So when you see me using the head, you know I'm scraping the bottom of the barrel. I don't know if you can see it or not, but there's 3 crows harassing a poor hawk, like they do everywhere. They just won't leave those guys any peace. But anyway, I want to give a shout out to a friend that just stopped by. We traded fishing reports, and he watches regularly. Hey Phil, how's it going? Nice seeing you, bro. And thanks for stopping by. It's always a lot of fun seeing people that are enjoying the canal. And with that, I'm gonna head to spot check. I'm down on bait, and sun's up, and I'm getting a little warm here. So we'll see you folks at spot check. See ya. And so welcome to spot check. And the reason why I'm up here is to show you the access point to the location. This is a scenic viewing area. This is also the trailhead to 100 stairs, which leads you down to the next part of the canal after the cribbins. So this is it's pretty here, a nice view of it, but you ain't gonna fish from here unless you can cast like crazy. But pretty nice spot. But we're interested in fishing, so yeah, there's a sign that says trailhead to canal, and just walk along the trail to the canal, that's all. So this is where we came down from the parking lot, and this is, I'm pretty sure this is called Ridge Road. Oh, look at that, some type of, oh, it's just a crow. Ridge Road, and this runs pretty far. This comes in from Bourne Scenic Park, which is a campground up the ways, and then Canal Service Road, see? So this is where they, now you just gotta bear in mind, if you catch fish like a hefty striper, you gotta come up these steps. So this is just one way to do it. I'm not fishing here, I'm just the tour guide, but they're just showing you access points. And here you see the service road. And there's a few of these flights of steps that go up into Ridge Road, into the Bourne Scenic Park. So, but here we are. And this is pole 235, just about where we left off. There's Cribbins way down at the end. If you went straight, you'd run right into it. And now we continue on west on our walk. So here's the steps we just came down, and as you can see, we're at pole 235. So pole 236, right in front of these steps on the older map, you'll see an outflow pipe here, an old outflow pipe. It's drainage basically, but this is called cod hole also. There's about 3 or 4 holes here that are called cod hole. Old school, when the cod stocks were high, and you can see, I'm pretty sure you can see right here, but there's a huge drastic drop off way deep here, and they used to catch cod here, and I'm sure you could in the winter catch a stray cod, but not like you used to. And so pole 236, cod hole. It's right at the base of the steps. And also, as a note, there's a nice looking sailboat. As I mentioned last week, you see all the worn out areas? Those are all rips and holes. So just keep your eyes open. And that's a great tip right there, but you can really see where the holes and rips are through those worn out areas. And so, just as a reminder, you go to the visitor centers. They're all over. Bourne Scenic Park, the East End, that's one of the main visitor centers, the Herring Run, and you get the fishing maps. And all these spots that I'm showing you are the named major fishing spots on the map. And there's nothing secret about these holes. They're well known. I'm just giving you visual indications of how to access them and what knowledge that I know about each hole. But there's nothing secret about these holes. These are common holes on both sides of the canal that fishermen have used since the canal's been here. So you need the fishing map. Get the fishing map. You can visualize it a lot easier if you just get that simple map. They probably have it online too. All right, and this is spot number 2, possibly 3. So 255 is that pole, and so 253 is right in the middle of these trees. And this is called Highbank, and this has got everything. This has got holes and side scan sonar. There's tons of holes through here, and then also there's a massive rip. If you look on that side, right directly where I'm pointing, that's the old radar tower on the Cape Cod side, and huge rip, standing wave right here. So this is in front of radar tower on this side, and that's 100 steps on that side. I'll bring you down there in a minute. But this is Highbank, very popular spot. Nice trees, you can get up in there, and kind of flattens out here too. But and that's it, 253 right there, that pole. But as you can see, it's pretty daggone steep up there. But it flattens out nice here, nice fishing spot. And by looking at someone's trash, idiots that have been using this spot, keep it clean. So here is 255. Now technically, that's 100 stairs. It's called 100 stairs because there's freaking 100 stairs. So bear that in mind when if you catch stripers down here, you're gonna go up those stairs. Going down's easy. Coming up, it's kind of, but through the Bourne Scenic Park, the road that runs lengthway along the canal, you can access those stairs right there. And what the feature of hundreds is, there's a point that goes out. There's mussel beds in here, but that point at a low tide goes way out and it gives you a longer casting distance. Same with here, you can see some of these points that go out, and you can kind of wade out there if you want. You know, I'm not a wading guy in the canal. I get in there if I have to, but normally I don't. I do it for money. I bet people when I was young and stupid that I could swim it, and I just wait till slack and swim it. If you can't swim that, then you're an idiot, but you can win a lot of money. But I never said that, and I never did it, actually. I'm only kidding. Yeah, sure. So anyway, that's this week's spot checks. So you got 100 stairs, Highbank, and the scenic observation access area all along the canal here as we head westbound on the mainland side. And I hope you liked this part of the show and had some fun this morning. Slow pickings, but I picked up 2, and I ain't complaining by any means, even if I don't get nothing. It's just great to get down here. Look at that thing. It looks like a saguaro cactus. It's some type of wildflower, but we don't have cactus up here. But anyway, thanks for watching, guys, and come on down if you want to catch some fish. If not, come with me every week and I'll take you fishing. And don't forget to say your prayers. And we'll see you next week. Thank you. One of the benefits of taking the foot road, wild raspberries or blackberries.